really loud in my ear
That's
hole.
sick. Going to the moon.
Dope intro.
Look at us. Look at us.
I was sitting there jamming out the whole time.
I'm telling you, every show gets a little bit better. We don't want to get too good though.
No.
We pride ourselves on being the lowest
reputation to maintain.
Okay. Yeah, we were sorry for the late start. I see a couple of people are watching. We were waiting on our fourth to get here. I said he's running late, but he'll make his grand appearance at some point. But Andor, we have as Babble unit here. We haven't really talked about it too much, and anytime that ever happens, I never know what to think. I don't know if you guys like it. I don't know if you guys hate it.
It's definitely different.
Sorry, I'm trying to adjust our music volume here. What's your guys' overall thoughts so far? Love it, hate it?
I'm in between the two.
I think it was a slow burn this so far. I don't know. I don't hate it. I definitely see some potential for like the future of the show. This last episode really gave me some hope, some good visuals, some like peak Star Wars. You know what I mean? There was some really great visuals there.
I think it's got that almost like House of Dragons feel to it, like where something's coming eventually. They're just doing the slow build towards
They're definitely building, for sure.
I think you can appreciate the slow burn more though.
Yeah.
For the writers and everybody for actually setting up a true origin story and not having us try to figure it out and fill in the blanks on everything. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, episodes 1 through 3, I went through, I watched them, and I retained zero of the information. And then by the time I got done with episode 6, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna watch it as a whole, watch it all play out. And then it's like, okay, I'm catching this, I'm catching that, and it's like, okay, there's details in the first few episodes, and I don't know if it's because as viewers we're so used to being spoiled with shows of nonstop action. I'm gonna forever blame the MCU for just making stuff over the top to the point to where we expect constant action and everything, to where we don't really appreciate a good story. And I'm not saying the MCU weren't good stories or anything, but it's just like as viewers we expect it every single episode, and if we don't have that, then we're not happy. But after watching episode 6, going back, watching it all over again, I even went back and I watched Rogue One again, and it's just like, okay, it's the dawn of the rebellion. You're literally seeing everything set up, and I appreciated it a lot more. After episode 6 was over, like I'm hooked on the show. Like I'm all for it now.
Yeah, episode 6 was definitely really cool.
The visuals of this
show
is incredible. I mean, and then you have whoever's doing the sound engineering for like the TIE fighters, and
that was beautiful.
Yeah,
the hyperdrive sound. I think was it episode 3 when Cassian ran off with Luthen. I think it was episode 3, but when they went into hyperdrive, and it was like, okay, that's kind of a new hyperdrive sound, but it still sounds the same, but it's like a minimal upgraded version of it,
just slightly different.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay. And I mean, kind of like Boba's, bomb that went off in.
Iconic.
Yeah. It's just like certain sounds that you hear, and it's like an upgraded version of it, to where you appreciate it a lot more. It's like, oh, yeah. But I'm on board. I'm ready to see how it all plays out. I can see why they renewed for a season 2, because I think they have a lot more to tell on the whole rebellion. And I mean,
Mhm.
you could do so many stories because I mean, all these rebel cells, you know, that are kind of forming from you know all over the universe. You know, they're not communicating with each other because they don't know.
Yeah.
It's because it's so early. But I mean, there's so many different things that they could tell, and I mean, there's a lot of references that have been played out in these first 6 episodes to stuff that we've already seen. You know, there's lots of references to Lothal, and obviously, you know, if you've watched Rebels, the animated series, you know all about Lothal.
Mm-hmm.
They're still kind of leaving us in the dark on some things, which I do like.
I think this is like a 3-season show. I feel like there's more they want to tell you about, like Mon Mothma. You know, like they're gonna explore her character more. I thought that character was interesting, seeing her like in her husband's relationship. It's like, you know, he seems like the kind of guy that's definitely gonna play ball with the Empire. You know,
Yeah.
he's like the opposite. So I kind of like that. You know,
Mon Mothma. I appreciate her character so much more. Like, you know, I liked her, you know, all of her cameos and all the, you know, trilogies and stuff. But then, you know, you see her in Rebels when they have to go rescue her and everything. But like, even in this show, like you just see like the first mission, it's like we're stealing from the Empire, we're taking their payroll, and we're using it to fund the rebellion. It's like if that's not the biggest middle finger to the Empire, like I don't know what is. That, I mean, they came out the gate swinging with that one. Like
and she kind of takes care of like the financials too a little bit, doesn't she? Is what I kind of gathered from one of the episodes.
Yeah,
That's how she knew where everything was going to be and stuff like that. So it's almost like a Robin Hood character,
the money mover, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, she made a reference when she was talking to Luthen about how she's having a harder time moving the money.
Yeah,
and that's why they, you know, she doesn't trust anyone. And you kind of get the vibe at first that she doesn't trust her driver, but then again, you don't know if like the driver's kind of on her side. Like they kind of leave you in the dark. Like,
well, because he's new too. Like she had just gotten him when she went to see Luthen.
Yeah, like she doesn't trust anyone. Like her husband, you know, he doesn't even know what the hell she's doing just because.
But I also feel like there's two sides. I feel like he's doing things probably for the Empire that we don't know about too. That would be like an interesting twist later on, is like he's working hand in hand with the Empire and she's got to make a decision, you know, her husband or the rebellion, you know. Like that would be cool to see a storyline like that.
Right. Do we ever hear anything of her daughter in like any of the extended universe or anything? Or is this kind of the first that we've ever heard of it?
I haven't seen anything before.
Yeah, and I don't know, that might be a Remy question, but I was kind of sitting there thinking, I'm like, well, obviously, you know, the daughter's around for a while, but I didn't know if she was ever in any sequels, extended universe, comics, books, something. And maybe at some point she might have, but the Eye, they, for as much hype as they had for that thing, definitely delivered.
Yeah.
I hate to talk about episode 6 and kind of skip over everything else, but I mean, obviously that's the episode that's
a highlight,
fresh in all of our minds right now. But that whole scene, and I was really hoping Nemec would not die. I was kind of hoping he would be one that would stay alive.
Disney was not afraid to like be a little more savage and ruthless with this show. Like, and I kind of like that about Andor. Like I wouldn't say he's like an evil person or somebody that's just a shitty person, but like, man, he definitely will act on something. When he just killed Arvel, that was like, okay, like he didn't hesitate. You know, he knew like this has got to happen. I've got to kill this guy.
Well, talk about the worst cover man in the world too. When he's supposed to cover the guy he was doing the heist with, and he shoots one shot and then goes and hides again. And like, what the shit?
Yeah.
And I can't remember where I was going now. I lost my train of thought, but
I liked Darvel's character. I was like, okay, maybe they'll keep him around, but no, they were done with him.
Yeah. Cassian's very jaded, and he has a kind of a right to be
Well, think about how he was the first time we see him in Rogue One. I mean, he kills that guy in that alleyway. You know what I mean?
He has no problem shooting first.
Right.
That's kind of what I liked about the opening scene with him and the two company men.
Yeah.
You know, where there's no Jedis in this show. There's no Sith users. So, I mean, to see basically a street brawl was kind of something new for the Star Wars universe for us to kind of watch. And, I mean, it was an ugly fight. It was different, but it was like a good different. And, I mean, you kind of see like the slums that he's kind of been living in and the basically fight to survive in the Empire's world type thing.
Do you guys feel like they didn't cover? They kind of just left it. They were going somewhere and they didn't with what is the guy's name? That was like the second in command that was like trying to take charge and have everyone find Andor in the first couple episodes.
God, what the hell was that guy's name? Was it Cyril? The guy that's chasing Cassian?
Cyril, yes, Cyril. I feel like there's more to his story too that we don't know yet.
I think there is, and my theory is that he is either going to be like a fulcrum type of deal, like because he's so mad at the Empire for basically just getting thrown off to the side and shamed. And
but who's he more mad at, Andor or the Empire? You know, like he's just like there was that one scene where he's just like studying, he's just staring at his photo. You know.
Yeah, and that's kind of the same thing you got with Agent Callus and Rebels. I mean, he tried to kill the Rebels time and time again until you finally learn that, he's fulcrum type of thing. So, I mean, I know it's kind of a shot in the dark, but I think once him and this is just me talking, and you guys can tell me I'm an idiot at some point, but if he comes out, or if he ends up having to sit down with Cassian and catches up to him and has a gun at him, and then he finally learns like what Cassian is doing, then I think he might be able to find a new like purpose. Because I mean, you could tell like when he goes back home to his mom's place,
that's his Vegeta basically,
pretty much. And he goes back home to his mom's place, and you can tell that it's on the lower levels to where it's poor, to where you can't even see the sun or anything. And you could tell that he wants to just make a name for himself and get away from all this stuff. And maybe once he links up with Cassian, he can learn like, hey, I can actually make a name for myself with the rebellion.
Yep.
Maybe. That's a long shot in the dark, but
I don't see it going that way. But it'll be like, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many different avenues that could go with that guy's story. So there's got to be more they want to tell here.
There is. They keep going back to him to where he has his own arc, basically. Yes. So that there is more coming to it.
Yeah, just like Mon Mothma. I feel like there's like 3 or 4 main people we're going to be focusing on throughout this show.
That was kind of the same thing with Cassian's mom, like, or adopted mom, I should say. Like they. She's very big in the first few episodes, and then obviously the last few they had kind of the old.
I thought that was cool.
And then they kind of just left her in the dark. But I mean, I know they're not going to pan back to her sitting in her apartment, yelling at B2EMO. But you could tell that she's kind of done some crazy stuff.
Yeah, she's probably done a lot of unquestionable stuff.
A lot of death sticks.
Oh yeah. Anything you guys kind of noticed in the show? Like as far as like, Luthen, artifact seller, pretty much.
That's what I was going to go towards, the Sith stock armor. That was like the armor from Force Unleashed.
Yeah, he had those. The Jedi and a Sith holocron, whether or not they were replicas or not is to be decided. God, what the hell else did he have? He had the stone hands, which were, God, what the hell were those for? forefather, the brother and the sister. I think that's like another Lethal reference.
Yep.
That was basically that portal from go to the world to world, or the world between worlds, I think is what it was referenced as. I think that's kind of where Ahsoka saves Ezra, or vice versa. Ty, do you remember that episode?
Yeah, Ezra saves Ahsoka by
Pulls her out from
Yeah.
when she's fighting with Vader.
Yep.
That, or when she sees Anakin for the first time as Vader. That's what it was.
Yeah, because she saves him the first time a few episodes before, and then pushes him out as the door's closing, and then he goes back through like those portals or whatever and pulls her out.
Right, and that actually segues into kind of what I wanted to ask you guys. Mon Mothma made a reference to Luthen about how she has another person that she wants to bring into the inner circle. Do you guys have any guesses on who that might be? I've heard a few.
I could see it being Bail Organa. I mean, obviously they probably know each other by now, and I'm sure there's something there with him already.
One person had pointed out the only problem with Bail Organa is that he was already in the loop before.
Yeah,
so he would have known Luthen already. But it's still possible.
I mean, I feel like Leia's got to get involved at some point too. You know.
Mm-hmm. That was what I was gonna say. It was Leia, but
How
old is she in this? She's a teenager by now, isn't she?
She's got to be.
Show is 5 years after Kenobi, so she was what, 8?
Yeah, so she's
13.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite yet.
She's still doing parkour out there somewhere.
But two that I really, really wanted to entertain. One was Ahsoka, and then the second one, Jar Jar Binks.
Stop.
Political Jar Jar Binks.
That's the dude. People want him to be involved in something so bad.
It's not completely unrealistic, though.
No, definitely not. I mean, he's technically a senator from Naboo now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like, didn't he take over that role like permanently after everything? Yeah. That'd be crazy. Let's go. Need to see some Gungans in my life.
Hell yeah. Obviously, the more realistic one for me would be Ahsoka, just because of she was kind of setting up Fulcrum and all that stuff. And basically, she was the one that was branching all these rebel cells together. And I think that this show is kind of around that time to where, obviously everything's just getting started, but I could see her kind of bringing things together for it.
And on screen, there's a big missing time from her arc. Obviously she has stuff in the comics and stuff like that, but like on screen, you don't know what the heck she does between Clone Wars and Rebels, pretty much. Like,
she's building the rebellion.
So that one makes sense.
Watch them introduce somebody else like Quinlan Voss or something like that, just like
right.
One off.
Yeah.
Hey, I went back and I watched our pre show that we did for Andor, and I mean we're pretty fucking spot on a lot of shit.
Were we? I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't either.
The only one that we kind of missed on was Cassian's mom. We did not know that was Cassian's adopted mom, and that she would not be playing basically a minimal role in any of this. We missed pretty hard on that one. But everything else we're pretty fucking spot on.
It's interesting. Like, I don't know if I feel like I should care about these characters at all. Like, we know what's going to happen to them.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. They're telling a story about somebody trying to get you to care about them and like be involved, but you already know.
Yeah.
His fate's not kind.
And it kind of ruined, like in like Kenobi, it kind of ruins like you find yourself like, oh, I hope he doesn't die, and then you're like, oh, I'm an idiot. I obviously know how he dies. Like, it kind of ruins that element for you.
Like, that's how I feel about House of Dragons too, because like that stuff's already out there. Who dies in that. Like, everyone dies, but you're like,
I don't know who dies yet.
Huh?
I didn't read any of that shit, so I have no idea who dies. This is the only thing that I'm going in blind on.
Just
then again, like
stay away from like
Walk-
TikTok then, because that stuff will pop up all day
Yeah.
long.
That's why I
Walking
gave
Dead,
you the
though,
spoiler warning.
The Walking Dead was like nothing close to any.
No,
Yeah, they
it was
they totally went a
similar.
different direction in the comics.
Like
Didn't
characters
Daryl
died
wasn't
in
even in the
similar
comics.
ways. Yeah, he was just him and Merle were just on-screen additions, and yeah, it's definitely different watching
They're
the
gonna
shows
be,
that you know.
getting close to the end of that show, right? Because the comic series ended 2 years ago now.
It's over. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I thought season 2 just started, or not season 2, fucking part 2 of the final season.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I guess. I don't even know where I left off.
I never know until it pops up on Netflix.
Yeah.
I try to avoid spoilers and shit online. Anyway, getting back on track. Saw Gerrera's got to be getting ready to pop up here at some point.
Maybe that's the person that
Oh,
she's talking about.
Because I mean, I know in the trailer they show that base. That I'm assuming. Well, actually, you don't even know if Cassian ends up staying with Vel.
so I think he's already involved because remember when they were practicing, they were doing watch duty. He said, "What would Saul Guerrera's guys do to you if they found you sleeping like this?" Remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I feel like he's probably already involved, but who knows?
No, yeah, it's like obviously in the same area type of thing. And I mean, Saw's rebellious party has always kind of been a little bit more aggressive, I guess you could say.
He kind of doesn't answer to anyone either. He just
No,
does his own thing.
no, as long as the Empire is getting taken down, he's all about it. But
Yeah.
his methods are, God, what's the best way to put it? Not so he about committed genocide on that one dude
Yeah.
in Rebels, and it was just like, oh, anyways, Saw's getting ready to come in at some point here. We know he's coming in.
Yeah. The crazy part is we've got 6 more episodes too.
Yeah, they packed a lot in
Yeah.
the last 2. I mean, even just the last 2 episodes. I was happy that one guy died, the boyfriend of Cassian's ex. That was her dude's name.
Yeah, ratted
Was-
him out.
Bix's boyfriend, yeah. I'm like, yeah, shoot his ass.
Snitches get stitches.
Exactly.
Are you
shit.
surprised they killed Arvel, or are you like, did you see that coming?
I did not think that there would be that many deaths. I figured, kind of like any heist movie, one person always has to die. But I'm like, when they were flying in, or when they were getting ready to take off, and it was just 3 of them, 4, and then Nemec died, and I'm like, oh, now they're down to 3, and then Cassian shoots Skier, and then it's like, fuck, now they're down to 2. Well, I guess plus the 3rd chick that they left on the planet.
Yeah.
God, how'd she get volunteered for that job?
Yeah, she's just staying there for the long con, or like
I don't know.
it's I don't understand why she got left behind.
We may or may not send you money
Yeah.
type thing. Well, we'll see. Luthen seems like a good guy who'll stay on his word.
It's so funny watching him like prepare. It's just like he's acting in an acting role. Like he's got to prepare himself. Like he just see his like whole visual change like that. I thought they did a killer job with that.
I got like Joker vibes.
Yes, that's a
When
good way.
he was putting on the rings and he was kind of dancing and stuff.
Yeah, and he's got
I'm
that
like, dude,
smile going.
what
He's
the
like trying to
fuck?
get it down.
That's
me before I go to work, bro.
I think that's all of us before we go to work. I can attest to that. But yeah, it was crazy kind of watching that play out and then to realize he has that much pull. I mean, he's pretty much running the whole organized like thing. I mean, obviously Mon Mothma's funding it. He's like basically the ringleader of the whole operation. And
do we know what happens to him? Is that known already?
I don't.
I
No,
feel like
don't either.
he's not going to have a happy ending. I feel like he's going to have somebody's going to screw him over, like his assistant that works with him. Like something bad's going to happen to him. I don't feel like he's going to have a happy ending.
Just follow the money trail. figure out where all this money's going. I mean, obviously, that's a lot of money to disappear and figure out where it's getting spent. So,
gosh, what was the double agent guy? What was his name? That got him in, then got him everything they needed to get him into the base and got him the.
Gorn.
Yeah, that line where he's like, you're going to be arrested or whatever. He's like, for serving you for the past 7 years, I deserve worse or whatever. That line.
Yeah.
Was cold.
Like you should be hanged.
Yeah.
Which is basically an homage to Cassian's adopted dad, Clem, which I didn't realize was the name that new persona he took on when he was, told everybody his name. He took his adopted dad's name. And it didn't click in my head at first, but when I went back and watched it the second time, I caught it and I'm like, oh, that's his adopted dad. That
show, it's not bad, but it's very easy to like get on your phone and not pay attention for a couple minutes and miss something.
Yeah.
I have to watch them 2 times just because there's always shit that I miss. And it's one of those things, it's like it happens so quick. Like it's just, even if it's just like dialogue, like this is a show that you have to pay attention to the dialogue on.
Little pieces of info.
Subtitles are your best friend. I'm digging it though. I'm excited for the rest of it. Like I'm actually looking forward to Wednesdays to watch this more than I am Thursday night football now after the last few games.
Dude, Thursday night football real quick. I was thinking about this. Amazon knows what the hell they're doing. They're doing Thursday night football, and the whole time you're watching Thursday night football, they're advertising Rings of Power, and it comes out after Thursday night football. They knew what they were doing when they signed that Thursday night football deal.
Yeah.
That was smart, honestly.
I still need to watch Rings of Power. Maybe we'll do a show on that. We'll get done on.
Dude,
we'll get done watching it, and we can get on here and talk about it.
Let's do it. I'm in love. I don't know why people are hating on it. I mean, I know why, but I don't know.
My vote would be for a recap of House of Dragon because I have been absolutely impressed with that show.
Let's do both.
My only thing about House of Dragon is you guys know like all the shit. I just know what the shows have showed us. I don't know anything
I
else.
can give spoilers that I've seen from TikTok and YouTube videos, and that's about it. I've never read any of the books.
Oh.
Bro, you've never been attracted to your uncle?
Oh. Wait, what? Keep the bloodline pure.
Yeah. Say it.
A lot of incest in this one.
Yeah. And people are leaning into it hard.
They're still cute together, though.
Yeah. And even HBO is leaning into it hard. I'm like, gee. Like, I see their TikToks pop up, and I'm like, holy shit.
Hey, that's what they did back in the old days.
Great acting, though. The guy that played King Viserys, man, he's. I'm sure he'll win some kind of award.
So that last scene where he dropped his crown falls off and stuff, that was actually like improv.
Oh, really?
Between the guy that plays Daemon and him, because he just went up and like helped him get up the stairs. That wasn't actually in the script.
That's actually awesome. That's cool. Love that. That dude that plays Daemon, he's at Dallas Fan Expo this weekend.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. You have your own fan expo?
I do. I've actually been to Dallas Fan Expo. It's really cool. They weren't really much for like comics and stuff to look at, but man, they killed the artist group they had and like the celebrities. It was awesome.
I'd like to go to one of those. Collecticon something. I don't care.
Pretty cool. I've never been to anything like that.
I suppose though. Can probably do the giveaway. Run that.
Let's go.
Big shout out to the people that did enter.
Yes,
appreciate
thank
it. See if I can do this right. Here we go. Look at that. Look at us.
Pros.
All right. Best of luck, everybody. Hopefully I got everybody's names on there enough times. Pretty sure I did. Wasn't that many to figure out.
Trash. Spin it again.
I should, just for him not getting on the show. I should.
Well,
congrats, Duck King.
Congrats, sir.
Hope it gets lost in the mail. I will send stickers out to everybody that did share and whatever. So I mean, everybody will get something.
I like the dedication, bro. I looked at all your stickers you sent me. You literally wrote what they wore on the back of every single one.
Dude, I dropped those in Walmart parking lot.
That's hilarious. Love it.
That's good marketing right there.
I just drop them. because I get in trouble for sticking them to shit. But
Yeah.
I drop it on the ground, somebody pick it up. Oh, what's this?
Check it out.
And look at these idiots.
I guess another thing on like Andor, like in like Star Wars movies and shows before, you kind of sense that that hope's coming. Like with this show, it's just dark the whole way through. Like there's nothing coming to help them.
They have to capture that essence though to show the stranglehold that the Empire does have on people.
Yeah.
And that's basically what you get when you push people to the brink. They rebel.
Yeah.
America doesn't quit fucking around. They're gonna get one too. Just saying.
You're muted, D.
Dallas, you're muted.
You're muted. Oh,
there you go.
I was saying it's funny when shows have parallels like that. Like, this is supposed to be like our government. This is America modern day. Like The Boys. Did you guys watch The Boys?
Yeah.
Like Homelander, how he's like, they make you feel like he's Trump at the end. Like when he just kills that guy in the open street.
I'm better.
Sorry to hear that audio.
Talk about a messed up show.
Oh yeah, it's good though.
Yeah,
they're not afraid to. They're not afraid to try anything.
What comic company published that? Is that Image?
I think it was Image. Yeah.
I wonder if the books are even more graphic than the show.
I don't know. You can go to Barnes. They have like an entire collection that's like this big. I've seen it.
I've thought about picking it up.
So did I. Yeah.
Part of me doesn't want to know how the show ends. I kind of like watching it.
Same. Yeah.
That's kind of why I stopped reading the Walking Dead comics. Is like they didn't follow the show to a T, but I just didn't want to know how it ended and stuff. So
I got tired of waiting to figure out what the hell happened, so I Googled it. But then I realized that the show doesn't follow anything.
Well, yeah, Rick's still alive in the comics, and so is Carl. So
hell yeah.
Yeah, if you want to know what happens at the end of Andor, just watch Rogue One.
Yeah.
Then after that, they're working on a trilogy.
Oh, that'll be good.
Where is it? What years is it based on? Do you know?
The trilogy?
Yeah.
It takes place right after Rogue One.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah.
And
Mark
Lucas
Hamill
is involved in this, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill is in it. Harrison Ford.
Shout out Red Hulk.
Hell yeah.
Did you guys see that news? They want to
She-Hulk news?
No, I don't know, but they want to cast him as Captain Ross, I think is the guy's name that plays Red Hulk in like the comics and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work because he's like, 105 years old now.
Yeah, he keeps doing Indiana Jones movies too.
Shit, bro. Yeah.
Like,
Indiana Jones and the aliens are coming back.
Didn't Indiana Jones this last one miss?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that there was another one that came out.
It's shy in it, man.
Wasn't there one after that though?
I don't think
didn't another one just happen like within the last year?
No. I think they're working on one.
Oh. Hell yeah. Well, shout out Harrison Ford. Feel free to come on the show whenever.
Appreciate you.
Don't send us your rider though, because none of it will be met. I can promise you that. Dude, I'm gonna start fucking just sending random emails to writers, whoever. Somebody's got to say yes at some point.
We just need some money to get somebody to come on. My company paid Peyton Manning to come out to some meet and greet thing. They paid him $100,000 to have him come out for like an hour.
Oh, might have to sell a kidney or something.
Jesus.
Get Mark Hamill on here somewhere. I think in a perfect world, if we all got what we wanted, I think the most awesome thing that I think this show could do is go to Star Wars Celebration.
Yeah.
And do like a live show there. I think that would be cool. And I know next year when they start putting out the applications for like press stuff, I will jokingly fill one out, but like semi-seriously. And if they do like say, yeah, sure, here you go, then well fuck it, guys, we're going to Chicago or wherever the hell it's at next year. Actually, I think it might be international next year.
That's okay. We can go.
I got a passport.
I might have to get a passport.
Mine might be expired now that I say that.
Figure it out. What?
So do you think there's gonna be like a spin-off with like Mon Mothma or anything coming out of this? I hope not. But
No, I don't think there's enough there.
There's not enough there.
Go watch Rebels.
Yeah.
She had her own arc. She actually had a pretty big arc in that show.
Dude, I can't wait to see Jar Jar's TV show.
Dude, he's coming. People better get good with it now and accept it because it's happening.
I don't think I could watch like 12-hour-long episodes of him talking. I think I might that might just drive a man crazy. That's my purgatory. When I get stuck there, it's just gonna be Jar Jar Binks talking. Like he's gonna be doing like an audio book of like the first Harry Potter in his voice, and I gotta listen to that.
Fuck.
That would be rather terrible.
Well, gentlemen, I don't know when episode 6 or 12 is done. I've got to imagine it's around your wedding time, Dallas.
Yeah, I think we should just table it till do another one after the show's over. I mean, I think.
Right. Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I think episode 12 will probably be damn near around when your wedding is. So, I mean, I think if we shoot for in December at some point, like the first week in December or
it's
whatever.
right before Thanksgiving. November 23rd.
Yeah.
So we just wait till December probably.
Yep.
After Thanksgiving, I suppose.
Yep.
We'll all be happy and giddy because the season ending was just absolutely unreal.
We should do a Rings of Power and House of Dragon episode, just like do them both on one thing.
We can.
House of Dragon is almost over. There's only 2 episodes left, so
Yeah, we can wait till that and then do them both.
yeah.
I gotta binge the fuck out of Rings of Power because I have not seen any of it. But
Oh, dude, you just watched the Lord of the Rings movies, didn't you? And the Hobbit.
dude, I am so far into the Hobbit and the fucking trilogy, the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
I gotta watch the
I've
Hobbit.
gone back and I've
Yeah,
watched
bro.
the Hobbit again. I cannot believe I went this long in my life without watching the Hobbit.
Please watch the show then. Like seriously, what are you doing tomorrow? Don't watch the Vikings game. Just watch that instead.
The Vikings are gonna beat the Dolphins' ass tomorrow.
You guys play 12 tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, Kirk's coming out slinging.
No prime time.
Fresh off that church sermon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be doing that gritty.
Please don't. He did it once. That was enough.
It's beautiful.
No, Mike Gesicki's gritty was probably the worst.
Oh, that was good too.
All white people in the NFL stop dancing.
Except unless you're Travis Kelce
You know, when you catch 4 touchdowns in a game, you can do whatever the hell you want.
and you had 25 yards receiving in the game.
That's insane. I know we're way off now. I know all of a sudden we're getting viewers in here and we're pretty much done talking about Andor. But did you see Travis Kelce? He posted that Al Bundy deal.
He posted what?
Al Bundy.
Oh, yeah.
Did you watch that?
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, you would, Kelce.
Him and his brother have that podcast going.
It's good. It's a good podcast too.
It is. It's really
I like his
entertaining.
brother Jason.
Yeah.
Is it real?
Hate the team that he plays for. Love Jason though.
That's a team that Jalen Hurts, man. I mean, he looks like the real deal. I did not think he would grow into that, but I'm proud of him. That's awesome.
Dude, there's an ass pile of Philly fans around here too. And
Is there?
It's wild.
they
yeah.
all
Where'd
of
they
them,
come
the
from?
last 2 years, just burying Hurts
Yeah.
left and right.
Wow. I wouldn't expect that.
Oh, pay him, pay that man.
That's funny.
They're gonna pay him, and then he's gonna turn into Carson Wentz.
Hell yeah.
I get to see Remy next week.
I was hoping to see Remy tonight.
CJ and
I hope
Matt.
he's watching right now.
Yeah.
Jeff.
Remy, if you are watching, you won, by the way.
Trash.
It's going to Dallas instead now, though.
No, send it to Mr. Sidious.
Should send it to Jeremiah. Jeremiah's always been cool.
He likes our stuff all the time.
We'll get stuff out there, everyone. Everybody's eating. We'll figure something out. But yeah. suppose we could probably end this.
Yeah, I think so.
Got everything. Everybody, appreciate you watching.
Oh, Ty, you gonna open that, or are you gonna wait?
If you guys want me to, I will. Otherwise,
shut
we can
up.
open it later.
Completely
Don't
up
matter
to
to
you
me.
guys.
I mean, there's a lot of packs in here.
Let's do it in Discord.
Yeah, there's a shitload of packs in this thing.
Okay. I guess everybody watching, coming back to watch this, appreciate it. Peep our IG for updates on future episodes. We'll probably do Rings of Power, House of Dragon next, and then December we'll have the season 1 recap of Andor, and then probably have a Mando pre-release stream. That's February.
When's Ahsoka?
End of next year, I believe.
End of next year. Yep.
Then we got Bad Batch coming up too. I mean, as long as Disney keeps pumping out these shows, we'll have stuff to talk about.
It's a good time to be a TV show fan with as many good TV.
Well, yeah,
shows.
I mean,
Talk about She-Hulk. I'm sure people really want to talk about that.
haven't watched it.
Yeah,
and
I watched the
have
first episode.
Nothing
I was
against it.
Hell no.
I will maybe watch it at a later date.
If you want to see the results, keep a lookout on the Babble page. I'll send these to Skylar. He can post what we hit out of it. So
It's gonna be a fucking Pedro Pascal auto.
1 of 1 super
Yeah,
refractor.
It'd be fucking sick.
Let's go.
I'd cry. All right.
All right,
Appreciate
later,
it,
guys.
See ya.